We start with sharing the screen, and this is the presentation that we are going to display to use during our class, and we start with the first slide. And okay, and we should also try to enlarge it. So we do it one more time, and now I can see, I think you can see it full screen. Mm-hmm. Well, so this is the second class on Unit 1, presenting complaint. And so first, I would like to say some words about the home assignment. So you remember that one of the tasks was to complete vocabulary exercises. And so I would ask you, just first, you should handwrite the tasks, and don't forget to write your name and group number on the paper, because on my list, on the Moodle site, there are about 70 students. They are not divided into groups, so just only one list of 70 students. That is why sometimes it's rather hard to find the name of the student in my journal. So I would like you to write the group number. And here is one of the exercises, the answer to one of the exercises which which you have done, vocabulary exercises 2.2. So you remember that the task Ibrahim Hassan is coming. Ibrahim Hassan? Ibrahim Hassan.
Yes, doctor, it's me, but like from my laptop.
Another name, Abdullah, yeah. Right? Is it Abdullah? I don't hear. Okay, Ibrahim Hassan, what's your name?
Yeah, Ibrahim Nasser Muhammad Hassan. But I joined from my laptop.
Just, I see, okay. I mean that here is the answer to the second exercise. The task was to describe the symptoms that just the symptoms of angina pectoris, as far as I remember. And you should just keep in mind that this is the problem with the heart, and there were several gaps, and you should have written like it's like a tightness across my chest. So angina pectoris, this is about pains in the chest, and it goes up into my neck. Instead of neck, you can also write jaw, and into my left shoulder, and down to the left arm. This is the right version of this sentence. And the second sentence was it starts in the loin and goes into the groin and down into the testicle. So one more person is joining. Abdul Rahman, right? Okay, and so as for the grammar exercise, so here the task, there were just a lot of mistakes there. For example, so the task was just to put the words in the correct order, and you should understand the difference between direct and indirect questions. We were speaking about this last class, and here number 2 was actually direct question. So in this type of question, so we should use a verb before the subject. So this is how far, then the verb is, subject it, to the airport. So this version, which was done by the student, is wrong. Not it is, it should be is it. Yes, it's possible to start the question, how far to the airport is it, is also possible. But it's better to use the words about place and time at the end of the question. And so sentence number 8 is, on the contrary, the indirect question, because it has two questions actually. It starts with, do you know? And here we change the order of words to direct order of words. We first use the subject and then the verb. Do you know what time you will arrive tomorrow? Not will you, but you will. This the direct order of words. And so most of the mistakes were with the sentences number 4 and 5, because actually they are this is one and the same sentence about the question about one and the same thing. So that, but there are two different types of questions. The first is direct questions. So before the subject, we should use the verb have here, the auxiliary verb. How long have they been married? This is actually, it's right here. But the second, number 5, is indirect question, and we should first use the subject, they, and then all 3 parts of the verb. So do you know how long they have been married? So this is the correct way of doing the exercise. Do you have any questions?
No.
No, everything is clear. Okay. Well, and now, yes, today we're going to continue speaking about just jobs connected with the medicine. Today we'll speak about, we'll read the text about Dr. Gillian Henderson, and she's a cardiologist. The question, what does being a cardiologist involve? What does she do in her job?
Study the heart.
So cardio means heart, so she deals with the heart diseases, right?
And patient with the significant and disease of the heart and the blood vessels.
And what does she do as a
Cardiovascular system.
Okay, so now we'll read about this, right? So I mean that there is just a story here. She's speaking herself, right? As it, and now we are going to read it, and paragraph by paragraph. Let's start with Abdallah. Start reading the first paragraph, please.
Okay. Dr. Galen Henderson. My name is Dr. Henderson. I am a cardiologist at London Hospital. They have a highly trained team, of which I am part, deal with the diagnosis, investigation, and treatment of patients with all forms of heart disease, include cardiac transplantation and some sorts of vascular disease.
Okay, let's stop here. So where does she work?
In London Hospital.
Yes, so this is the United Kingdom. And so I would like you to pay attention to this word, this phrase, vascular disease. What does it mean, vascular? What kind of diseases are they?
Dr. Day on the diseases which is related to the vascular vessels and like the pulmonary or the vessel, artery and vein, and some kind of diseases cause that the artery become very thick and that the blood cannot flow from that.
Exactly. Yes. Very good answer. Yes. And well, this is just what they do in their department, just diagnosis, investigation, treatment, transplantation. Yes. Now let us listen to Abdelrahman. Read the second paragraph, please. Abdelrahman, hello. I thought he joined us. No? Okay. So then the next person to read, Ibrahim, please.
Yeah, okay. None of our work would be possible without me, without the support of other people in the hospital team. The trigger nurses, the receptions, and so on. Their work is vital to the smooth running of the department. When patients arrive for the first time, personal information is taken: name, address, telephone numbers, and next of kin for contact in case of emergency, and other information such as their GP's name and address, and their NHS number and their unique hospital number.
Okay, so just a minute. There is a message in the chart, Doctor. I want to go for an order and I'll be right back. Abdul Rahman. So I see. Okay, so in this part of the story, I would like you to look at the abbreviations. One of them is GP. What do these letters stand for? Do you remember? Who remembers? This is a GP's name and address. Who remembers the meaning of GP?
General professionals.
Practitioner, yes, good, general practitioner. And there is a NHS number. So as far as this is the United Kingdom, this is the name of the health service, National Health.
Yes, the NHS, the National Health Service.
Service, yes. In different countries, just the name of this service is different. And this is the information about the people who work for this department, and the information about what kind of information is required from the patients. And I would like you to look at the phrase next of kin for contact in case of emergency. Who are they? Next of kin. Do you know the synonym to this? Next?
The guardians.
Sorry, will you repeat, please?
And like the guardians that like the parents, for example.
Exactly, parents, children, just relatives, right? So relatives. One more message. So doctor, I will wait for a few minutes and come back. Okay, I see. And well, so if we move to the next slide, let us listen to Bakhtavar, please read it.
We deal with a large catchment area and also deal with referrals from outside the area. Tourist visitors, the AE, provide patient, and so on. So the potential for the confusion is great unless the data that are taken are accurate and the system are secure.
Okay. So, and abbreviation here in this paragraph is ND. Do we remember the meaning of these letters? What is AND? This is the name of the department.
I think emergency and
And
accident.
accident and emergency. Yes, you are right. Yeah, good. So this is about the people who different kinds of patients that just come to this department where Dr. Henderson works. Good. And now the next person to read is Roa, please. Roa.
Yes, doctor. At various stages of patients' contact with the hospital, information is checked to make sure it is correct and that the patients can confirm their identity. For example, on arrival at a clinical, patients might be asked their GP's name or part of their telephone number, for example, the last 3 numbers.
This is about accuracy of the information about the patients. Good, everything is clear, I guess. And the last part is for Rola, please.
Then during the consultation, a nurse or a doctor might also ask their date of birth. All this is for the benefit of the patient to ensure the hospital team does not make mistakes and people do not use patients' details fraudulently. We can then turn to dealing with the patient's treatment in safety.
Okay, so there is a word fraudulently. Fraudulently is like a fraud. You know, this is involving deception, giving some false information and just using this some data just for criminal purposes. And well, so this is the information about that Dr. Henderson tells us about her job. And now if we have a look at the next slide, we can see some statements. So all the statements are true. Let us find the information in the text to support each statement. I would like to ask whether you have just downloaded the book which I have sent to the group. Have you seen the book? Yes?
Yes, doctor.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, you should just have this book just during our classes. I don't know, maybe on computer, on the laptop, but I don't know how convenient it is to use the book and to look at the presentation at the same time, or you should just print out some pages from the book just to be able to look at the texts and exercises. Okay, so let us just listen to Yara. Will you read the first statement here, please?
Yes, doctor. All of the statements below are true. Find information in the text to support each statement. The first one, Dr. Hender's team is very skilled. So can I see the paragraph?
Okay, yes. So we need to go back. So what does she say about this?
So that yes, none of our work would be possible without the support of other people in the hospital team.
Okay, and here
The trained nurse, the highly trained team of which I am part deals with the diagnosis.
Yes, it's clear. So the beginning of the sentence just proves she says the highly trained team. Okay.
Yes.
So good. And so the next statement is for Abdallah.
Yes, the work of her team depends on the support of other people. I am part deal with the diagnosis, invitation, and treatment of patients with all form of heart disease. Yes, and none of our work would be possible without the support of other people in the hospital team.
Yes, who are they? The
Um,
triage
work-
nurses, she says, the receptionists. So this is, and other people. Okay. So let us listen to Ibrahim. Ibrahim, hello.
Yes, details about the closest relative are taken from the patient.
Mhm.
Can I go to the text, please? Yeah, name the personal information is taken: name, address, telephone numbers next of the key of for contact in case of emergency and other
Exactly.
information such as
Exactly. Yes. Next of kin. And
Doctor, I have suggest
Mhm.
if I can you give the student only 2 minutes to open the page in the book?
Who is speaking?
I'm Yara Ubaidat.
Yara?
Yes.
To open the page on
In
the
the book.
screen in the book.
Yes, I already opened it, but for other students, can you give their just 2 minutes to open it?
Okay, so my dear students, how much time do you need to open the book? Hmm?
2 or 3 minutes.
Sorry? Will you repeat, Abdullah?
2 or 3 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Open it. 2 minutes. Are you done?
I'm done.
Yes, doctor.
Mhm. Well, so let us look at the fourth statement, statement number 4, and Bakhtavar, please.
Patient have 2 numbers other than their phone numbers on their hospital record.
Mhm.
1 minute.
What numbers do they have to give to the
The personal information is taking name, address, telephone number, next of the kin for contact in the case of the emergency.
and the 2 extra phone?
Yeah.
Not phone, just as we can see here. So telephone numbers, and what are the other numbers at the bottom of the page? Yes, NHS number and unique hospital number, 2 more numbers. Okay. Well, number 5 is for Roa, please.
Okay, doctor, the data collected need to be accurate. In 1 minute, in paragraph number 3, the data that are taken are accurate and the system secure.
Mhm. Yes, great. Okay, then roll up, please.
Checks are carried out to make sure patients who are who they say they are. In paragraph 4, the information is checked to make sure it is correct and that the patient can confirm their identity.
Okay, they asked some details of their personal information. Okay, so this is the way people work in their in this department, and yes, I would like you to look at the next slide. Here is information about. So we've started speaking about this last class about presenting complaint and the meaning of this term. So presenting complaint is the term that is mostly used in Europe and in Canada. So in hospitals, but for example, in the United States of America, they use another word, another phrase for this. They call it chief complaint. And the meaning of this term is the initial concern which brings a patient to a doctor, or the reason for which a patient approaches the doctor. It means why the patient comes to the hospital, and we should just remember both of these terms just to be sure that we understand it. You can just find these terms in some literature you are going to read and so on. Well, today we are going to speak about the so-called Socrates model. So doctors use Socrates model in the history of the presenting complaint to help them remember the main questions they need to ask about pain. So like when the patient comes to a doctor presenting and he presents complaint, the doctor should find out some details, everything about the patient's pain, and just not to remember, not to miss anything. The doctor should follow this model, and you can see that this model, so there just red letters which go across down, they just sound like Socrates, and each of the letters of this word represents one of the questions about pain. So the first letter is about, this is site, about the location of pain. So the doctor asks about the site of pain. The next O stands for onset, about when the pain started, and so about the character of pain. Is it like sharp? Is it dull? Last class we were speaking about some adjectives that can describe the character of pain. So then radiation, or whether the pain goes from one to other parts of the body. Associations, are there any conditions associated with the pain? Then timing, for how long the pain lasts. Then there is exacerbating and elevating factors. Exacerbating factors are just the factors that can make the pain worse, and alleviating the factors that can make the pain less severe. And severity is how strong the pain is. So this is just what Socrates model is about. And now, so what are the questions that the doctor asks about pain following this model? For example, Said, what is his question? Yes, Roa,
I think where is the pain?
where is the pain? Sure, yes. So what about onset?
Mm,
Yes.
When did it start?
When? When did it start? Character. Yes. Roa, can you think?
yeah.
Hmm?
Character.
Yes.
I think what is the pain like?
Okay. All right. It's about radiation. Okay. Unfortunately, we are less than 1 minute. So let us just pause our class. Just 1 minute.